Hello, my name is Anne-Sophie,
And I'm Maria.
and we are both students of our Master Kwang Sa Nim, who writes teachings every day, and we're going to be talking about another teaching.
Today's teaching talks about the decisions and actions you make today, how it will affect your future. And today, actually, we are joined by a special guest, so please give her a warm welcome. Welcome, Rosa Moral.
Welcome.
Thank you.
How are you today?
I'm good. Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
I'm
of course.
excited.
Thank you. Me too.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
So I'm Rosa. You guys know that. I am from Spain. I have a bachelor's degree in biology, and now I'm working towards my nursing degree.
Oh, very nice.
That's so cool. When was practice and these teachings introduced to you in your life?
So when I was about 9 or 10 years old, that's when I got introduced to Buddhism, to the practice, and then it was later when I was maybe like about 16 or so. That's when I actually moved to Honolulu to live there for 1 year, and that's when I deepened more into practice, and I realized the importance of the daily teachings.
How old are you now? How long have you been living in Honolulu?
Now I just turned 27 this year, so I've been living in Honolulu for 11 years.
That's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, over there I used to be very distracted, but then living there and because of the teachings, it helped me to mature a lot. I felt like I matured a lot because I was living without my parents too, and that made me realize the little things that they would do, to help you. It definitely helped me out to grow more as a woman and be more considerate of others.
It's really nice that you are going to study nursing because I've seen you, well, you're obviously older than me, but still, as long as I've been alive, I've seen you.
They're
grown.
sisters.
Yeah, we're sisters.
So I've seen you grow and change and like develop a lot of love and compassion towards others, and I think that's what nursing requires a lot. Obviously, any job requires love and compassion. Okay, so would you want to start already with the test?
Yeah,
Okay,
why not?
you can like read from there.
So this teaching is from May 10th from 2012.
Thank you much, Robson.
Thank you,
Thank
Mr.
you,
Robson.
Life is shaped and unfolds according to one's actions. That is why being vigilant about oneself and concentrating on striving to be clear paves the way for wisdom.
What I understand from that sentence is how the Poep Sa Nim says many times, if we are the owners or the boss of our minds, then we'll be able to have a clear mind, and from there we'll be able to know what direction to take. So if we are, the owners, then we're conscious of what to do.
I think it's really important to sometimes step out of your own view and look at yourself from an outside perspective, so you see how people view you and your actions, so that you can be more positive and go into the correct direction and have correct manners and everything.
Being on the correct path is can be difficult sometimes because it's so easy to get distracted, but thanks to the teachings that help us to, it's a daily reminder of where you should be.
Do you actually want to tell us a little bit about your personal experience when you got distracted?
I've always tend to get easily distracted with hanging out with friends. That's why I think also actually moving to Honolulu living in a temple helped me a lot to settle down. But at the beginning of my university years, when I was studying biology, I got distracted with social friends, and instead of studying harder, I got distracted by hanging out more. Thanks to my parents, the teachings and the Poep Sa Nim, they gave me a warning that I was getting distracted. Thanks to that, I was able to slowly come back into the right path. I put boundaries, and I realized what was more important, to finish my studies or to hang out with friends.
Yeah.
Obviously, the teachings and my parents told me, study.
Yeah.
No, yeah.
I was able to finish my studies. I got my bachelor's in biology, and now, I'm going to start a nursing degree.
Very
And
nice.
now I'm very excited because I'm motivated to really just do nursing, and that's it.
Of course, it's okay to have friends and have a social life, but you need to know who you are and what path and what your goal is, so that you don't get easily like moved away driven by like your friends. So if you have a clear mind, you have a set goal, then you would not get driven away by these things.
I think also sometimes with the social life and your friends and all that, if you get too deep into it and forget about your studies, it's really easy to lose yourself, or like you said, lose your goal and your objective, because
even motivation, because I got to a point that I lost my motivation to study. Like I was like, do I even want to study biology? Like maybe I should change my major. But that was when I realized, why am I thinking like this? You know, and then
because you love biology. I mean,
I really liked it. Like it.
It is easy to direct discrimination and differentiation towards others. Such an incorrect mindset drives away the very person who wants to offer love and care.
I think all of our loved ones and all of our family always try to help us when they see us that we're going into the wrong direction. We ourselves sometimes are not aware that we're going into the wrong direction. So our loved ones and the ones who actually care about us, when they try to help us, we sometimes ignore it because we just don't realize that where we're actually going, it's not good, you know?
I mean, it's really easy to say, no, you're wrong, or like not listen to somebody, especially if it's your parents, because you just want to be right. But it's always, you know, like we talked about before, just look at yourself from an outside perspective and realize if, you know, just take a step back. I think that's like a really important thing with all that stuff.
It can be very easy to just get distracted. You have your parents telling you, and even when they tell you and you listen to them, but deep inside you're thinking like they're not right. And then when we think like we have nobody to help us or whatever, that's why we have these daily teachings, because it's a daily reminder that we do have somebody, you know, helping us every day to how to stay on the right path.
Yes.
Changing one's current negative thoughts and actions into positive ones can lead to a most comfortable and successful life.
That sentence is really relevant, especially right now with everything going on with coronavirus and us not being able to travel, everybody not being able to see each other. So it's really easy to get negative and get depressed about the situation and get, you know, like into a deep black hole and think that everything is horrible.
When we are negative, I think it's so hard for us to come out of there, and it wastes so much of our energy. So I think we need to be able to not only work this by ourselves, but receive the help from our loved ones and people who actually want to help, so that we can turn on that switch and switch from negative to like more positive thoughts. And
these times now with the pandemic, with the COVID-19, a lot of people, you know, they lost their jobs. They cannot afford to pay the rent. They cannot afford to buy food. So automatic, one turns very sad. Eventually we will come out of this depressive state.
And I think we can all talk from experience. I mean, we are not able to see our parents already since last year, December of 2019. So obviously we all really miss them and we wish we would be able to see them, but it doesn't help anybody of us if we just are negative and so sad and constantly
to cry about it.
Because then we just dwell in this endless suffering, and it ain't bringing any good to anyone, you know.
That's
right.
Yeah.
Yes. It's a very unfortunate situation.
Another sentence from the teaching which says the kind of actions carried out today will cause endless suffering in the future. I think this basically describes what we were just talking about. You know, whatever thoughts and actions that you think today and you carry them out, that's how much it will affect your future.
Yes.
You think negative, then your future, as long as you think negative, then all that time it's gonna be negative. Okay, so thank you for being here today. We enjoyed, right?
It was really exciting.
Thank you guys. Thank you for having me. If you guys need somebody else.
Anytime.
Anytime. We hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
It's a wrap, ladies.